Hey folks, welcome back to another Paul Massive video, and as usual, before we get into today's stuff, let's get a few daily discount, summons in, right? Let's see what we can get here. Let's go to Sygna Blues banner. Let's see if we get anything on Sygna Blues banner. Because today's video right now, well, it's 4-star power up, I guess. If you guys haven't already seen, and if you guys haven't heard about it, there was like this thing that was teased by Emma, formerly from Game Press, about something potentially happening today, right? And people have been making a bit of a fuss over it. But yeah, I'm not even sure if she's supposed to tease it, but anyways. So we just got a 1 MB update a few moments ago at a very weird time, because usually stuff like this happens at reset, but this time it actually happened middle of the night. It's 4 a.m. This 5 hours past reset time, right? Which again generally doesn't happen. But anyways, let's go ahead and check out the update. So it's a 1 MB update, nothing too much in here. There's just one thing, but this is kind of huge, right? So let's go over the details. So, sync pair parameter adjustments noticed. After careful consideration of the current state of battles in the game, we have decided to adjust the parameters of a sync pair in order to expand their capabilities. Please refer to the following details. So, the update time approximately September the 27th. That is, what even is that? 27th. Alright, so around 10 days from now or so, right? Affected sync pair, Sygna Blue and Blastoise. The following tiles will be added to the affected sync pair's sync grid. Please note that in order and lock some of the tiles, or whatever. So basically, what happened is, even DNA themselves saw how terrible Sygna Blue's sync grid was, so they thought, okay, we have to kind of sort of buff this thing, so it's not, as terrible, right? Because Sygna Blue's sync grid, it has, I think, the necessary things to make him a good tank overall, but it's nothing extremely special, right? It's if you compare Sygna Blue's sync grid, like Sygna Blue's base kit, I think is really good, right? But you don't have too much on the sync grid, which means that there really isn't too much incentive for pulling for more than one copy of Sygna Blue, right? So with that in mind, let's go over the changes, right? So the first one, you get Pep Rally on to the top. I like this a lot, Pep Rally 1. So this basically, when you use to the top, which is the one that increases your move gauge regen thing, you get an extra +1 speed for the whole team. It's nothing huge, but I do think this definitely helps in longer battles. If you're playing any shorter battles, you don't need this, right? If you're playing in longer battles, this will be really good, because the thing with Sygna Blue is, like, dude's speed is pretty slow, right? And the move gauge regen is really good if you're running units with relatively low speed. However, the biggest downside with that is, in comparison to just straight up plus speed, to the top does not, it has a turn restriction, right? It's usually one sync move cycle and then it runs out, maybe a bit over that, depends on what happens, right? So it doesn't last for too long. It's very effective, but again, it doesn't last for too long in comparison to speed, which speed just lasts for the whole for the whole battle, unless like your opponent just like wipes your speed out or whatever, right? Which again is really helpful when for longer battles, when your move gauge regen actually gets taken out. Next one, special attack +10. It's special attack +10 if you want to use Hydro Cannon. There's that. Next one, skill Team Fist Bump 2. Has a moderate chance of restoring the HP of all added sync pairs when an attack is successful. This is very powerful. Not sure how much it restores it by, but every time you attack, you have a 30% chance to increase the HP of your whole team. That's really good. That is very good, right? Like, here's my criticism of Blue as a tank, right? Like, he has very good defensive stats, but he's not like as great as a tank as it seems, because he doesn't have any heals. And what heals does to a tank is, like, you basically, like, take Sygna for example, right? Sygna has very good defensive stats, Not as good as Blue's, but has decent enough defensive stats to tank, right? But what Sygna has over Blue is Sygna has 2 potions with Master Healer, with MP, with 2 MP refreshes on that, right? So you're basically, Sygna, very good defensive stats, right? And you have basically more than double your HP. So like you have like, it's like you have 2 lives, right? Which again, it doesn't seem like Sygna could tank more than Blue, or at least physically, right? Because of the stats. However, effectively, you just have so much more HP that you could actually, in some cases, be much better. And with the chance on the MP refresh, 2 MP refreshes on potion, the possibilities are rather unlimited in that sense, right? However, this does completely, fix that, because this just gives Blue a way of healing, not only healing himself, but healing the whole team as well, which is phenomenal, right? This is phenomenal. Again, 30% chance to do that. Adrenaline 1, reduce sync move countdown by 1 when a sync move is used for the first time. That's okay, I guess it incentivizes you to use a sync move. Blue's sync move is actually really good. I like the endurance that Blue gets for your whole team after it syncs in the first place. And if you do have a 6-star EX syncs with Blue, right, the extra 1.5 times buff on your sync move. And when you get to Mega Blastoise, don't forget the extra stat increases or defensive stat increases you get from that as well. And then now you get Adrenaline 1, so it further incentivizes you to use Blastoise's sync move, which already is pretty decent, right? But to incentivize it even further to use it, right? Moving on, Team Triage tank. So first we have Team Fist Bump, which is every time you attack, there's a 30% chance of healing, right? Your whole team. This one has a 30% chance of healing your whole team when you're hit by an attack move. So every single, like, it's basically you have 2 of these. It's basically like you have 2 of these. This is incredibly powerful. Like, even if it only heals like 8% to 10%, right? 8% or 10%, that's still really, really good, right? It's much better than nothing. It's basically like you have like a gradual heal on Blue, right? That doesn't require MP or whatever, right? You just hit someone and then you get hit. Obviously, if you get them both triggered, that's just even better than gradually healing. But if not, you only trigger 1, right? That's as good as gradual heal, right? So this is incredibly powerful, right? Both these, Team Fist Bump and Team Triage tank. And then moving on, we got another Water Pulse move gauge refresh 3, which doesn't seem like a big deal, but in my opinion is really, really good. Like, here's what... Okay, we'll just break this down in terms of which skill improves, Blue's... which part of Blue's kit, right? Pep Rally 1 and Move Gauge Refresh 3 is helping Blue sustain the team's move gauge in a much longer battle in comparison to, like, not having it, right? Because Blue already has like a Water Pulse move gauge refresh. This gives it 2 of those, right? Again, very, very low speed for Blue, unfortunately, but both with the plus, since you have 2 to the tops, right? The +2 speed and then the extra move gauge refresh. Even if you are with a slower team, there is a bit of a remedy to that, right? With these 2, Team Fist Bump and Team Triage tank. This increases Blue's survivability, right? Makes Blue heal and makes Blue a much better tank than he already was, and he already was a very, very good tank, right? This just makes him even better in that department. Special attack +10, that's pretty straightforward, just more damage. And Adrenaline 1 is to incentivize you further to use Blue's sync move, which again was really good already. Blue is looking to be very, very good, as you can see. So in addition to that, since they are, buffing the sync pair, right, it wouldn't be fair to those who already summon user gems elsewhere. They are extending the banner for another month. We got, like, it's already, like, running to, like, the end of this month, and then we're getting an extra month. Like, we still already, like, have, like, 2 weeks before the banner was supposed to go away, and now we got, like, 4 more weeks, right? So, we got enough gems, right? The Battle Village gems for like the next 3 weeks or whatever, and then whatever else events that we're getting, whatever else login bonuses. Like, we should have enough gems if you don't have Blue, or if you really do want Blue after these buffs. And I do think, you know, after these buffs, Blue is very, very good, right? You could definitely go after that. So that's a very, very nice gesture down there as well. That definitely helps a lot. So one last thing that I do want to actually kind of touch on is, like, unless they're just like straight up adding these nodes, which wouldn't make too much sense, it's very likely they're gonna like replace some nodes, right? I would assume stuff like Team Trash Tank and Team Fist Bump would at least be like 10 energy, 10 energy nodes. Pep Rally maybe a 6-7 energy node. Special attack 10. What is that on blue? 4. Okay. Adrenaline 1 should be 10 as well, right? So Water Ball Pulse Move Gauge Refresh should be the same as that, 6, right? So maybe if I were to guess what's going to happen, like if they are going to like replace certain nodes here, maybe they'll replace one of these Water Pulse power up nodes, and then, you know, slot in the Water Pulse Move Gauge regen over here. As for some other stuff, I don't know. Party Crashers is really, really bad. I hope they replace that. There are some nodes that I really don't want them to replace. Quick Cure and Natural Remedy, I really hope they don't replace. I hope they keep Quick Cure and Natural Remedy. I'm assuming the MPRs on both X Defense All and To the Top MP Refresh won't be replaced. Maybe To the Top MP Refresh might get replaced. It's very far-fetched. I don't think it's going to happen, but if they are going to replace one of these, it might be To the Top, just because, you know, get the extra speed on To the Top, and like they might think, oh yeah, we don't need this MP Refresh anymore. But I think it's probably gonna stay as well. But yeah, Quick Cure, Natural Remedy, I really want them to keep. I wouldn't mind if they take away Smart Cookie. Like, sure, Blue could do some okay-ish damage, but like let's just make him a full like tank, right? Full support tank. Like, again, it's cool, but I really don't think it's that big of a deal. As for some other stuff, Impervious, I hope he keeps. Wise Entry 2, I'd be fine if they let go of Wise Entry 2. Shepherd Rear Special, like, you have the, what was it called again? Is not a Force Field 4 anyways. Like, it's obviously, I'm not saying this is bad, this is good, but, you know, it's something that I'm willing to lose if we're going to be getting, like, Team Triage Tank 2 or Team Fist Bump 2 in there instead, right? Endurance I could take out. I mean, they might exchange Endurance for Adrenaline, because what Blue does is after its sync move, it gives like your whole team Endurance anyways. So I could see them taking out Endurance and replacing it with Adrenaline. I think, where does Singsu Leaf have her Adrenaline, by the way? Just curious. Wait, was it Singsu Leaf, or was it on its passive? Never mind. Oh, it's on its passive. Yeah, so it does kind of echo Singsu Leaf in that sense with Adrenaline. Oh, Singsu Leaf is Adrenaline 2. This is only Adrenaline 1. But it's still something, I guess. Let's see, what else can we let go of? The rain stuff, they're probably going to keep all 3 of the rain stuff. It wouldn't make sense if they break them up, right? Oh, this is terrible. Please get rid of this. Move Gauge Refresh onto the top. One of the most useless skills ever. Like, you're literally just getting, 8 or how many turns of like Move Gauge Refresh boosts, and then like, you really care about that one extra move gauge? Come on. Yeah, it would be nice if they take this out. What I think would be ideal would be them taking out Endurance, putting in Adrenaline, right? Taking out Party Crashers, and then putting in like Team Fist Bump 2, and then taking out To the Top Move Gauge Refresh over here for like I don't know, what's the other? Oh, Pep Rally, To the Top Pep Rally, and then taking out Water Pulse power ups for Water Pulse Move Gauge Regen. I don't know what they're gonna do with the Special Attack plus 10. Maybe they'll take out like a Hydro Cannon node for like Special Attack plus 10. That'd be kind of weird, but who knows? And then taking out I guess either Smart Cookie or Wise Entry. It does seem like Wise Entry 2 is more likely because it's higher energy, right? And then throw in Team Triage Tank in there. But yeah, I'd assume if they're gonna throw these in, it's probably just gonna be the ones at the 3 out of 5s, right? Let me see. Are these the ones that I all just mentioned are 3 out of 5? Except for, I guess, the Move Gauge Refresh thing. Yeah. let's see, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's standard, right? 8, and then we're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, yeah, that sounds about right. What if I get them all right? But anyways, don't exactly know how it's gonna go. I really hope they keep Quick Cure Natural Remedy for blue at least. I do like those a lot. Don't get rid of the MP refreshes, please. And then honestly, I'd be fine. Like, even if they get rid of the rain stuff, I'm fine. But it just doesn't make sense for them to get rid of the rain stuff. But anyways, that's my this one. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know, guys, think in the comments down below. Like and enjoy this video, subscribe to the channel for some more Pokemon Masters content. Singsu Blue. Huge buff here. So, yeah, anyways. I'll see you guys in the next one.